Okay guys, it's Dwight Eiger again. Make money with Mila. You ready to make some money? Okay, I hope this is really helping you. And I'm very excited for you. I'm telling you, if you'll follow what I'm doing here, if you'll just do this every day, every day, every day, every day, you will be amazed. Your checks will start to grow. And I want to warn you ahead of time. I've seen so many people, they start with the Mila and they start to, they're all gung-ho, and then they're not making a lot of money after 1 month or 2 months, and then they start to slow down. And I thought I was going to get rich fast. Please don't think that. I know a lot of you have met people in MLM and they promised you you're going to get rich fast. I'm realistic and I'm being honest with you. A lot of you know me. You know I'm honest. I tell you the truth. And the truth is this is going to take a long-term commitment. Now, it's not going to take a long-term commitment like you do in a career, but it's going to take many months before you start to see real serious checks. But once those bigger checks start to come, they get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So the first time you get a $100 check, you might think, oh, it's only $100. But then the first time you get a $500 check, you might think, oh, it's only $500. But then all of a sudden it starts to turn into $1,000. And, there's no guarantees of which ones of you are going to make how much money. I have learned that the people that stay focused and keep doing this day after day after day after day, and they follow this system, they are the ones that make the money. And it's all about duplication. Same thing over and over again. And teaching your people to follow this. Make sure your people watch these videos and do the same thing. Follow-up is next. So now you've studied, you've learned your information, the knowledge is the power. You know what Mila does for you. You started to hand out your Mila. Right? Now you've given out Mila to a lot of people. And you've got to give at least 2 bags worth. At least 2 the small bags, mini bags. I didn't mean to scare you there. I'm going to talk about that in just a moment. But let's go to the follow-up. Again, you're excited. So when you follow up, okay, first, when you give people the Mila, you've got to also give them the instructions. The instructions are right here on Team Asia on Facebook. Now, I have made up these instructions from experience. I gave out a lot of Mila in Asia, and you guys are different than the people in the United States. I learned that. You're very sensitive to the fiber because you don't eat very much fiber in your diet. So the instructions will tell you, if you have a big bag of Mila, that you take 1 full scoop every day. And I am telling you to take a half a scoop for the first 3 days, just to give your body a little bit of time to get used to that. Or if you have a mini bag, it'll say 2 tablespoons a day. My instructions here say take 1 tablespoon a day for day 1, day 2, day 3. And then starting on day 4, you can go to the full dose of 2 tablespoons a day, because the big bag has a scoop in it and the tiny bags do not have a scoop in it. Okay, so you're going to be excited and you're going to contact these people after the first day. And you're going to contact them every day by email or by Facebook or by telephone. And you're excited and you're going to start asking them questions. What questions are you going to ask them? You're going to ask them about the things that you have experienced, the things that you've heard from other people. So what's the first thing that you will hear over and over again? I've heard it hundreds of times. The toilet. I don't mean to be too graphic and I don't want to be gross here, but it's the truth. The first thing is that fiber kicks in, and the first thing people tell me is the toilet. Oh my goodness, what is that all about? What that's about is the fiber. You have a lot of junk in your system, and sometimes that junk has been there for a long time, and it's very unhealthy. And that fiber cleanses you. So sometimes you have to go to the toilet 3 or 4 times a day for the first couple of days. But all of that junk is coming out. And that is also weight coming out. And it's bad stuff coming out, which is very healthy for you. So the first thing you want to ask about, how's your trip to the toilet? Because you know already it's probably different. And energy is the second thing I always hear from people. Look, you tried Mila. Didn't you feel energy after a day or 2? Of course you did. So ask, how was the toilet? How about your energy? Are you feeling like you're less hungry? Are you feeling more focused? Your mind, concentration. And do you feel like you're eating less? Are you losing any weight yet? How about pain? Now, you have to know ahead of time if they have pain. And that's part of getting to know people. You want them to trust you. You have to care about people if you want them to trust you. So before they've even started Mila, you want to know what's wrong with them. Do you have any knee pain or elbow pain or back pain or arthritis pain? Why do I ask that question? Omega-3s is nature's natural anti-inflammatory. Remember that from the videos? Okay. And that means all pain is caused by inflammation. So by eating all of the wonderful omega-3s in Mila, people's pain should eventually start to go down and disappear entirely. So ask them those things. Sometimes people don't even realize little things are happening until you make them think about it. So when you start, I've had people tell me, no, I'm not losing any weight. No, I'm not losing any weight. I don't feel like I'm losing any weight. And then they say, oh, I just weighed myself for the first time. Holy mackerel. I've lost almost 2 kilos. But all along they told me they weren't losing any weight, see, till they stepped on a scale. But when I was telling them every day, are you losing weight? Are you losing weight? Are you feeling less hungry? Well, if they're feeling less hungry and they're not eating as much and they're going to the toilet a lot, they have to be losing weight, right? So keep that going in their mind. And energy. Sometimes people think of energy like drinking coffee, like it's going to be a rush, an energy drink. No, 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 no. It's a natural energy. It's the kind of energy where at the end of the day you're not tired anymore. So you have to point those things out and remind people and let them be aware. Sometimes they do not connect the dots. Okay? And the same thing with pain. If you don't bring it up, sometimes people, their knee hasn't bothered them for a whole week and they don't connect it to the Mila unless you say, how about that knee pain? Is it bothering you? No. You know what? You just mentioned that. That's really interesting. My knee pain has not bothered me all week. So you've got to be excited and keep at it, keep at it, keep at it. Do not sell. We're not salespeople. Let all the other MLM people sell. We're not salespeople. We have the greatest product on earth. We share it. And we're excited for people. And be excited for their results. Be genuinely excited for their results. I believe most of my success is because it makes me happy when people tell me their pain has gone away, or their blood pressure has come down, or their cholesterol has come down, or they have more energy. That makes me happy, and I hope it makes you happy as well. So stay excited, 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 every step of the way here. And again, every day, do this follow-up. Every day. Give them time for the Mila to work. Don't expect it to be in 3 days. A miracle is going to happen. Sometimes that does happen. Usually it keeps growing day after day. So you have to remind them, don't miss a day. Do not miss a day. Remind them, drink a lot of water. All the things on the instruction sheet you should be reminding them of constantly. After a week or 10 days, now they've told you some results are happening, and you start to know what their results are, and you've got to keep in touch with them and time it differently for different people. And when you know that they're really having results, you've got to listen to the results, listen to their problems, and then they're going to be asking you things like, can I buy Mila? How much is it? What about this business? And you know what my advice is there? I tell people, you know what, don't worry about the price yet. There's different kinds of packages. I'll talk to you about the prices after you finish taking the Mila, but just, you know, enjoy it first and see what it does for you. And make sure you really want to keep eating it. You know, I kind of tease them a little bit with that. And tell them you'll explain their options later. And you'll talk about the business later. And until they are absolutely sure, whoa, I need this stuff. This is amazing. And once they get to that, you're kind of taking it away a little bit. Just the opposite of selling. We're not selling. We're sharing the Mila. And tease them a little bit. And be excited. Don't sell. And then I'm going to tell you how to really make the money in this next video. Okay, you've got all of this now? Follow up, follow up, follow up. That's the key. I'll be right back.